All right, folks. I know my site is Arizona Primate Endeavor, but we're in Arkansas right now. They come here for some business, so I found a cool little town called Winslow, Arkansas. Not Winslow, Arizona, but Winslow, Arkansas. And I'm gonna flip this screen down. Check this out. And I'm gonna go in here and kind of ask people if they had any Bigfoot encounters. So I'll go in this store and kind of talk to people and see what it's all about. So let's see what goes on. Okay, that was pretty interesting. I went into this, it's called Winslow Mercantile little store here. It's right across from the train tracks here. And two really nice ladies in there. I was asking the ladies, I said, I hope you don't think I'm strange, but have there been any Bigfoot sightings around here? And she said, well, there's a gentleman, he's in his 80s, and she said earlier in his life, she said he never ever would have thought there was a Bigfoot ever. And then one day he was driving a school bus, and it was raining, and he was out in the woods, the school bus, and a really tall, skinny Bigfoot walked across the road. And she said he told her that it had the saddest look on its face. And I thought, wow. So she and I had a long conversation about, how they exist or if they exist. And I told her, my take on it is I don't say they do or I don't say they don't exist. But I would definitely have to see one to believe it exists. And I'm not trying to offend anybody by that, but it was very interesting in our conversation because she was talking about how they could be interdimensional. I personally don't think that. I just think they're really good at hiding. Then we got to talking about how some people think that they bred with the angels and that all the biblical side of it. So anyway, it was a deep conversation, but that whole thing with the guy who was driving the bus, man, that was like, wow. And he's like 80 years old right now, and I asked her, I said, do you think he would talk to me about it? She said, oh, I don't know, I don't think he would. So I'm not going to press it because I don't like to make people feel uncomfortable. She said, well, I like how you weren't afraid to ask about it. I said, well, they could exist, but I definitely have to see one and like to see one, and that's why I try to get people to talk about it, and if I could meet this old man sometime, but I'm not going to press her like I said. So all right, I'm going to see what else I can find here. I'm going to flip this so you can see what it's like. It's really nice, all this wooded area. You see every once in a while you'll see a driveway, and then they go up into the woods. Yeah. I used to live in Arkansas. It was in between Mount Ida and Hot Springs, a little place called Joplin. It was like this a lot, but kind of miss it, man. But it gets cold in the winter here, and I can't take that. So let's see if I can find another spot here. There's supposed to be a place called Bigfoot Hideout. It's like a hotel, so I've got to find that so I can go in there and kind of ask people their take on it. So we're gonna get some good information, and I'll ask if they'll let me film them. I wasn't gonna ask that lady because she's probably my age, maybe a little bit older, and I didn't want to didn't want to ask her if she wanted to be on film because a lot of people are kind of shy about that. So I'll ask the people at the hotel, see what they say. All right, here's the Bigfoot hideout I was talking of, and there's the view across. You can see it's right on a cliff, but I'm gonna go in here and see if I can round up anybody that knows where the Bigfoot sightings around here. Let's see what they say. see a little cafe here. Doesn't seem to be anybody here. Not sure what's going on. The U.S. Forest Service right there. Sasquatch. Little Sasquatch sign here. Very cool little place. Very good hideout. Alright, so this is a little town of Chester. Pretty cool. There's a river that direction. So I thought I'd come down here and see if there's a place we could come. That's a pretty cool looking place. Beard and Lady Inn. Oh man, this is a cool old town. You got the train over here. You got this stuff over here. You even got a chopper. Look at that bad boy. Yeah, cafe. Man, this is a neat little town. At the farmer's market. That lake's over there somewhere. This old church, look at that. Man. Oh, they got a Mason sign, Freemason sign on the side of it. Alright, what's this place? That's a church. Chester Free Will Baptist Church over this direction. And somewhere over here we should hit that river. Let's see, maybe I can go back up in here squatching tonight sometime. It's about 3:30 Arkansas time right now. So I'm trying to find a place before it gets dark so I can squatch away. Yeah, here's that river. Cool. Coolie. Yeah, what's that place? Oh no, but there's that river. Look at that. It'd be a cool place for a squatch to live, wouldn't it? If I was a squatch, I'd like to live around, you know? That must be a Baptist church. I wonder if I could hang out in that Baptist church there tonight. Way back there where no one's at. I don't know, I'm gonna go up this road a ways. See what's up here. And here's another area that goes to the river where no one's at. Horses. Look at this meadow out here, man. It's beautiful. Man. But I couldn't find somebody who has property out here and say, hey, can I hang out here tonight? The back of your property. It's real late at night. Looking for the hairy man. Wow, that's cool. Look at this. I bet that water is from a mountain spring. I have a lot of those around here. Yeah, let's follow this back and see if there's an area by the river where nobody lives. We got some huge crows here, man. They're the size of chickens. They bite your head off. Way up Mountain Road. Man, this is a cool little town, man. I like these small towns. Just so laid back and relaxed. So awesome. Alright. Let's find us a nice spot. Oh, look at this here. Look at that. This might be it, actually. I can find a spot around here somewhere. I might go back to that town. There was some small restaurants there. I might go in and ask somebody in there if they think there might be some Bigfoot activity around here, or if there has been some Bigfoot activity around here, where the best spot would be to possibly sight one or get some kind of interaction with it. Maybe shake his hand. Or at least see him peek around a bush. So, anyway, sure is nice up here, I'll tell you what. Fresh air. about 68 degrees. It's a cool 68 degrees. More horses. Big fatties. Big old fatties. More horses. Look at that. Alright, now we're in Mountainburg, Arkansas, in front of Mountainburg City Hall. I'm going to go in here and see if there's anybody in there and see if they've had any Bigfoot reports. Ask if I can record them if they have any or had any, and if they'll let me record them. We'll see. Alright, I stopped in this place here. It's a little gift shop. And they have cabins here. Over here, you can see they start at like $102 a night. And this is your view right here. Look at that, man. You can hear the birds chirping. I think I heard a donkey a while ago. Beautiful place, man. Look at that. I asked a gentleman in here about if he'd heard anything about any Bigfoot sightings, and he said no, he kind of doesn't believe it. He's like me. Not that I don't believe it, it's just I'd have to see one to believe it. So like I said, I'm in the middle. I don't say they don't exist, and I don't say they do exist, but you know, if I see one someday, I'll definitely let you know. So you'll know they exist if you hear me saying they absolutely exist. Anyway, I'll put up the name of this guy's place here because it's a pretty cool little place. Alright, I'm gonna go for now. Bye. Okay, the name of that place we were just at is Skyview Gifts. SKYVUE. Here in Winslow, Arkansas. This town, if you look here, I might want to put it in drive instead of reverse. Nice church here. Look at that old building. Made out of stone. Arts and gifts. Pretty cool little town here. Alright, I'm signing out for now. Okay, this is Highway 71, that way. This is Lake Fort Smith State Park. ATV is not allowed beyond this point. Launch ramp, let's see what this is all about. Pretty cool place. And the mountains up there. Caribbean Group Lodge. Marina Launch Ramp Pavilion Days. Let's try to see what this looks like. There's the lake. A path going up there into the woods. Park over there for the kiddies. All pets must be on a leash. Where your boat goes in. Pretty big, actually. I guess it spreads out. People go fishing over here. Yeah, pretty big. Oh, it's pretty squatchy out there, though. Self-serve rental kiosk. Alright, man. There's the gift that I found. This is Devil's Den State Park, Arkansas. My grandfather was in the CCC camps working. This is dedicated to him and all the people that did all this work here. And this is probably one of the dams they built. Check this out. Oh, look at that waterfall. Pretty awesome. Cool, man, cool. Check that out. Oh, there's a crane over there. Blue heron, I think it is. We got one of those that goes in our backyard and eats our freaking fish out of our pond in Arizona. Devil's Den State Park, Arkansas. Oh, that looks squatchy for sure. Supposedly there are Sasquatch out here. So we'll see if we can camp out here tonight, and hopefully we won't get ran off. I'm gonna look at this placard here. Names. What if my grandfather's name was on here? I'll have to check it out. There's all these names here. This is pretty cool. This place here. There. My grandfather was in the CCC camps, and he built stuff like this. I don't think he built this one, but he helped build stuff like this when he was young. He had to start working when he was 12 years old because his parents had passed away. And he told him they was 17 because he had to be 17 to be in a CCC camp. So, yeah. Pretty awesome, man. Look at that. Cool bridge here. Walk bridge. Check it out. This is awesome. Yeah, if I was a Sasquatch, this is where I would live. I'd go right down there and take a bath right in that area. Wash the stank off. All kinds of trails throughout here. There's that waterfall we were at earlier. You look down. I don't see any fish in there, but I'm sure there are. No. There's gotta be fish in there. Probably some trout. They're probably closer to the bottom because the fish go to the bottom when it gets cold. Beautiful out here. I'll take a walk down this trail. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty awesome. Let's go this way. Yeah. Some firewood. I think these are oak trees. You can get some good firewood if you had a cabin out here. You need firewood. There's a stream running across here. Maybe Sasquatch could drink from that. That's that might be from a spring. Got a lot of natural springs here in Arkansas. Pretty cool. I'm gonna do a whistle, see if I get a response. See how dense these woods are. Look up here. I don't think you'd be 30 foot away from you and you wouldn't know it was there. You gotta watch your footing because I just tripped over this. Like a foot down. Anyway, river's right there. I'm gonna do another whistle. Most there are hikers around here too, so hopefully I don't get any human interference with the squatching. Just as still as ever. Can't hear anything over the water, so I won't be able to use the parabolic mic. I figure those Sasquatch have got to be close to water because they've got to drink. And it's probably a good food source, and they can probably get up in this little channel like this and flip over rocks and get crawdads, things like that. And yeah, they could be hiding anywhere. And I saw a deer on the way up here too, so there are deer in the area. This is another protein source for a wild animal. The trail splits off that way. And this one goes this way. I think this is coming up on either a campground or... Yeah, it looks like there's a campground over there. I can see somebody playing volleyball or basketball. Yeah. So let's go back this way. I don't know if this is a good area. Oh man, there's not a lot of choices around here. We'll see if we can stay here. It says you're supposed to leave at 10 o'clock. So we'll stay and see if we can stay past 10 if nobody runs us out of here. Here are some geese, or as some people say, Sasquatch protein. Those are some big birds, I'll tell you what. How would you like your goose cooked? Maybe these things will chase you sometimes. I don't want to have to punt a goose like a football. I'll go on this side of the reel. It's alright, brother. I am your friend. I may not look like you, or maybe I do. Keep your distance. I won't have to kick you like a football. I seem content until they're chased by a Sasquatch. This guy's eyeballing me. I'm going to do the sneak attack from behind. There's what's left of an armadillo. Something chowed down on him. Nothing but bones and shell. Look at this. There's one extreme. Wish I had bought a fishing pole and a fishing license. And you got these guys hanging out over here. There's all kinds of wild onions over here too. All the scallions. I think that's what these are. Wild onions. If you smell them, they smell like onions. Yeah. Yeah, these are wild onions. I think those geese are chewing on them. I saw this cabin over here. I was going to see what this cabin's all about. I saw some minnows in there, so there are definitely fish in there. Possible Sasquatch protein source. They could be hiding over those trees right over there. You wouldn't even know it. Let's see what this cabin's all about. Looks pretty old. I think it was occupied by Old Man River. Whatever that is. I keep seeing nutshells. If those are pecans, shells. There's another food source. Just nuts. I wonder if this ever gets flooded when the river rises. This is old. Yeah. I don't know what this was. See, ceiling here. Got the cedar shakes on top of wood planks. And these rocks are. This is the kind of stuff like the CCC camps are built. Maybe this was one of their bunkhouses. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. I don't know what this is right here. CCC 1936. YACC 1981. There's some kind of pipe up here. What's that all about? Maybe they had something that slid in there and coat rack or something. I don't know. And this evidently has some kind of window in it at one time. You can see the edge here where it's flat. Huh. All kinds of mud dauber nests. Very strange. Yeah, they would use the natural stones that they found around here in the vicinity. It's old cedar shakes. Check the backside of it. There we go. What are the pipes for? Huh. There's the other side of that one pipe that was on the inside. Maybe it's for ventilation. Who knows? Who knows, man? Alright, now we went to the right as we got off the bridge. The bridge is right there. We turned right instead of left. And we kind of go down here. You can see again how squatchy this looks. Squatch could easy walk down here, down and get a drink of water. And we got hard flowing. And we could be up there anywhere. You wouldn't even know it. That waterfall's down this direction. There's a park over there. This trailer's well kept. You just gotta kind of watch your step because sometimes there's step ups and roots. You trip over uneven ground, so just take your time. And it's a higher elevation, so you want to kind of walk slowly so you don't lose oxygen. Every once in a while, just stop and take a couple breaths. Pretty awesome. Pretty cool, man. Look at that slab of granite right there. It's all natural. Oh, there's the road right there. Water trickling down there. And down here. Air quality out here is just absolutely fresh. You can definitely tell the difference from here compared to the city. Helicopter. What's he doing? There it is right there. See it up there? Yeah. Probably a military helicopter. Whoop, there's a hole in the bucket. I wonder what happened here. Look at that. Hole in the trail. Watch yourself. You might end up in that hole. Yeah. Looking off, and you can see over here too. Look across there. Look at the reeds and whatnot in that area right here. I just heard a knock. Did you hear that? I wonder what that was. Sounded like a knock. If I can find a branch here. Crap, I should have brought something up to the tree with. Maybe I can find something here. No. Here comes some. Native Americans say don't whistle. It's a bad thing. I'll find a stick. Not a ping-pong stick. It's kind of broken. I'll try to do a knock because that sounded like a knock. Try it again. Stick broke. It came from that direction. There's like a bunch of bushes and stuff over there. It smells like flowers. I think there's flowers right here. Smells really good. Man, it's very aromatic. And there's some purple ones here. Purple ones. Those are pretty cool. Look at the ferns. That's freaking awesome. Big rock right here. Yeah, man, this looks pretty squatchy on this side. I'm way away from that bridge. So this might be the side I go to tonight. My flashlight, camera, maybe the night vision goggles. And the further I go, the quieter it gets. You know what? I don't hear any birds. I do hear crickets, so they say supposedly when Bigfoot's around you don't even hear the crickets, which I don't understand how that works, unless it's the infrasound. Trying to keep my ears open for any sort of noise. I don't want to do any whoops or howls right now because I think there are still people over there at the park, so I don't want any interference from humans. Here's a jet. Oh, this is pretty cool over here. I'll turn around and show you. That's pretty cool down there. It rolls into this river. Here's our trail. There's a cool little bridge right here. That's pretty awesome. And you got the logs. Oh, there's some kind of, that must be the bathrooms from the upper camp area. There's some kind of pavilion. Well, it's actually one of those cabins. They got cabins up here. I guess you can rent. I'm not sure what time of year. There's water running through this too. You hear it. I think these are naturally fed by springs. Natural springs. Look at that, minerals in the water. Look at this, how they notch these around. That's pretty cool. Solid too. Yeah, this is pretty awesome, folks. I don't know if you saw my shirt. Dude, I'm right here. that in Arizona, where I'm from. Alright, I'm going to flip the script here. Alright. Yes. So you can see how a Squatch could easily get down there. That would be the place to check for tracks right there, but I don't know. I don't see any tracks from here. But if they're walking on those rocks, you're not going to see any tracks for sure. So I don't know, man. I hope we hear something. Maybe they come down at night and go through the dumpsters to see if there's any food. It'll be interesting to find out. This river's pretty cool. I'm not sure why the water has that grayish green color to it. It might be all the plant life that gets washed into it. And then there's all kinds of flowers and stuff. I'm sure some of these plants are edible, but I don't know which ones are. Trying to make sure I don't get into any poison ivy or poison oak or anything like that. All kinds of stuff. It's so nice out here. All you can hear is the ball. What was that? Something tussled up there. It sounded like a small animal. It's a big dumb animal, folks. Flowers. That's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. I'm digging it. Likes the garden, dig it. Yeah, nice out here. Let's scan the horizon here. Alright, Sasquatch, anytime you want to stick your head out, you're fine. Just stick your head around the tree and wave one time. I'll bring you back a sandwich. I was going to bring some bacon grease, but I forgot. You take, it was from one of those guys. This guy was in West Virginia. He puts double-sided tape, wraps it around the tree, and above it he wipes bacon grease all the way around the tree. So that way, if a Squatch comes up there and tries to lick the bacon grease, his fur is going to get stuck on that double-sided tape. And you can get a hair sample. That dude's a genius. In West Virginia, who thought of that? I forget his name, but thank you for the information. I can imagine when water comes pouring down here, it probably rolls across this rock. And there's another. See, these little tributaries are all over this place. So when it's raining, there's plenty of water here. I don't think there's any shortage of water in this area, ever. Especially with the natural springs. I mean, I don't think it rained at all lately, and look at the ground, it's sopping wet. I should be looking for prints. Ow. Not the singer, but footprints. I think his career would have been a lot different if his first name was Foot. Footprints. Corny joke. This is pretty cool. I could park there, because the road out of here is that way. And we're down there, all the way down there. So, I don't know, I'm going to walk across that bridge and walk back down to the truck instead of going across that walk bridge way back there. And see which one feels to me more like we might see some action from a big hairy. gorilla. And I had one guy, he was ranting, "They're not gorillas, they're a human race, and how dare you." And you know what, I use that gorilla, ape, monkey, I use that as kind of a, you know, a narrative. It's not really what I think of, though. You know, I think that they possibly could have some type of human genome in them, because a lot of the time when they have Bigfoot evidence, it comes back and they say, "Oh, it was contaminated with human DNA." I don't think that's it. I think it's, if they're real, their DNA is so close to ours that they can't tell the difference. And if a chimpanzee's DNA is 98% like a human's, and then they find primates in North America, primate DNA, and it's 99% close to human, but they can't say for sure. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the vast wilderness in this state is just amazing. Like I said, I used to live only about 100 miles south of here, and I guess, I don't know, maybe more, in a place called Joplin on Mount Ida, outside of Hot Springs. Beautiful country. We lived within walking distance of Lake Ouachita, which is some of the best bass fishing in the country. You can just see how wooded this area is. Beautiful countryside. I kind of miss it, but I live in Arizona, where I'm from now, and I wouldn't trade Arizona for anything. So, just kind of looking around. Now there's a broken tree right there. You see it bent over right there. Now, I'm not saying that's Sasquatch, but I'm just saying, kind of odd, but it could be snow load, or maybe the tree was just old, but who knows. Supposedly there have been sightings in this area, and I hope there will be one tonight. It would be nice. Man, it's so peaceful out here. Beautiful. Yeah. Getting close to the dam, you can hear the water roaring. I'll tell you what, man, if you're ever in Arkansas, in this area, come and visit it. It's called the Devil's Den State Park. Supposedly there's like 80 natural caves in this area, and I don't know where they're at, so there could be potential Bigfoot hideaways. And I guess the reason they call it the Devil's Den is because of those caves. Sometimes you can see like smoke or mist coming out of them, probably just from the heat of the earth, but the settlers named it that because it looked like a caves to hell or something like that. You see how all this stuff gets eroded away. And down here on this side, oh yeah, watch your step. So yeah, it's the cool thing is the trails are easily they're well kept, and you can see these markers on the tree here and here, so you don't get lost, which I don't know how someone can get lost when there's a river right there. You're either going one direction or the other. You just don't want to go off trail too far, because that's when you start getting lost. But yeah, just be smart about it when you go hiking and take your time. Some people get too much in a hurry, and they either fall or break their ankle or their cankle. And you can see how Here, I'll flip it. You can see how easy a squatch could easily get down here, go down to the water, catch himself some crawdads and fish maybe, and get a drink, maybe a bath, or do the backstroke. No. So, anyway, that's really nice up here. I'm looking up at these areas here to see if I see any signs of the leaves being disturbed or the ground or something large might have stepped in. Or some type of impression. I haven't seen anything yet, unfortunately. Anything back from the waterfall. I don't know. We should go further into the woods, but the problem is it's just hard to access. This is a state park, so maybe when people go home, if these creatures are here, maybe they realize people aren't here during the night, and maybe that's when they come out. Maybe I'll find out where the garbage cans are, see if they like to frequent that area, and maybe they dig through the garbage can and see if there's any food. I've heard of them doing that stuff. Garbage cans and dumpsters, but here's the waterfall again. Pretty cool. Built by the CCC camp a long time ago. I think it's fed by a natural spring. Oh, here's another watch your step moment. That's like 2 foot down. Nuts. The other side of the waterfall doesn't seem to be anybody over here. I think most of the people have actually left, so hopefully it'll be like that till tonight. There's some log here and a hole in it. Oh, something might have been burrowing in there. Maybe looking for grubs. Looking for grubs in all the wrong places. Trying to kind of stay out of the weeds too, because I don't want to get chiggers. You ever had chiggers on your leg? You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to get any ticks either. I don't want to get a Lyme disease. There are deer around here. Those deer ticks, the Lyme disease, in a bad way. The chiggers are terrible, man. They're like little tiny bugs, and they burrow into your skin and itch like crazy. So try to stay out of the weeds. Oh, this is pretty cool. Check this out. How you doing? Go ahead. Are you folks from the area?
No, we're from the Denver area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how about you?
I'm from Arizona, but I used to live around here. Well, 100 miles south of here. But...
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Arizona?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
You ever hear of any Bigfoot activity up there in Colorado?
Actually, yeah, I have heard,
Yeah.
Through the Bigfoot grapevine.
I'm kind of half and half, and I'd have to see it, to believe it. But
yeah.
But you hear a lot of
South Park area.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there was a rumor or whatever, but that was years ago. Who knows?
Supposedly around here in the 70s, but
Oh, wow.
a couple other sightings, but I don't know.
A warm-blooded
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, you folks have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
This is pretty cool. I think this is man-made here. They put these boulders up here. It's kind of a water break, but it's still cool as heck. Let's see if you can see any livelihood in there. Let's see if I can find a stick and Move that around, see if I see any crawdads. Let's see. I'm sure there's some in there somewhere. The water's not that awful cold, actually. I'm the size of that boulder, though. Let's see. Pretty cool, man. This is a pretty cool trail. But the air is just so fresh. I mean, you can tell a difference in the air quality here compared to the city. It's so much nicer. There's the lake again. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And every once in a while I'll look up here to see if I see anything up there. I don't know, I'm not feeling too positive about seeing anything or having any interaction with any type of animal. Like I always say, if Bigfoot exists, if they exist, there's probably so few of them that the possibility of them being in the same place that I'm at the same time is pretty much astronomical. I hate to say it, but it's true. I would love to go to and maybe I will someday. Maybe I'll go to like the Pacific Northwest. There's a bird right there. The Pacific Northwest, the Olympic Peninsula, and maybe spend a week there. And maybe the West Virginia area, because that's supposedly really good hotspot. Oh, you're a helicopter. So, anyway, it's still beautiful out here. Okay, this is a trail that's kind of obscure. And there's some rock spotted right here. Now it's more than likely human, but I don't know, it looks like that one right there was maybe like this and stepped on it. Knocked down, as you can see, all the stuff that was covered with leaves now is exposed. He stepped on it to get up there. I don't see any footprints of any type, human or otherwise. Yeah. But folks, it's really quiet right here. You can't hear anything. Over there you can hear birds, like a crow. But where I'm at, you don't hear anything but a little bit of wind blowing through the trees. I don't know, but nobody comes up this way. I noticed that. But it's gonna get dark here in another half hour or so. Trying to get as far up this trail as I can, looking for prints. Then I'm going to turn around. I don't want to get lost out here in the dark. Terrible. I'm going to get up here where the sign is, and I'm going to do a whoop. Just to see what happens. somebody do a whoop.
Whoop. Whoop.
Wish you could find an imprint of a footprint. That would be cool. There's a little nice meadow right here. It's pretty cool. I'm just looking for footprints. I don't see anything. A lot of tire tracks. See there? Yeah, I don't see anything. And you don't hardly hear anything out here. Oh, just heard something. Sounded like a thud. Could have been a branch falling. Mosquitoes are coming out. Try another dream. Oh no, maybe they're not out yet. If they're even in this area. I hear a goose. Alright, let's go back to the truck. Alright. Alright. Got off the beaten path a little bit. Saw this thing. I don't know what the heck it is. Seems like it's hollow. Got holes in it. What the heck is that? Weird. There it is. Got some kind of wasp nest or something. Maybe it's got water in it or something. Look at this old place. I wonder if somebody lives here. That over there. This over here. This old building here. Wow. I wonder if somebody lives here. Sure don't want to make anybody mad. Not seeing cars, which it's their cabin. Huh. There's a light on in the back porch. I'm gonna go up here a little ways and turn around. I don't want to make anybody mad. The private drive or whatever. I don't know if it is or not. Come on, Squatch, just show yourself. Just one time. Get up the mountain there. Got my gimbal. Some way to mount this to the rearview mirror. Keep it still and stable. Place to turn around up here. I thought it would go down to the river eventually, but there's another house up in the woods. The mailbox is down, so I don't think anybody's been here for a while. Caution, do not cross when flooded. Alright, I will not cross when flooded. Promise you. Another place squatches could hang out. Plenty of water. There's the power line cut away, so supposedly they follow power lines. On a rugged road. It's not too bad though, as long as you go slow. Okay. Alright, let's see. Place to turn around up here. I thought we would get to the river already. I'm not going to be going downhill for a while. Not our life, our vehicle. Alright. Come on, Mr. Squatch. Poke your head out. Let's get a look at you. Out there. And what does this say here? Oh, there's a walkway there. Waterfowl hunting restrictions. We won't be hunting any waterfowl. No swimming. Probably because there's cattle over there. You don't want to swim in cow poop. Oh, here's another old cemetery. Forgive me if I walk on your grave. No, I don't mean to. But there aren't a lot of markers here. So. Eerie Cemetery relocated. Does that mean they relocated it here? See if you can see some dates on some of these headstones. That's an old one right there. What's this one say? Yeah, it's so old you can't even read it. Weather's worn it away. I got this one. Yeah, you can't read it. Wow. Let's see what this big one here says. Henry Kelly, born May 1834, died 1890. That would have made him 56. Yeah. Well, it says it right there, duh. May he rest in peace with the rest of these folks. We all end up somewhere in a cemetery somewhere eventually, right? Be respectful when you're out here. Very respectful. 1873, 60 years. Here. Cornelius died in 1895, 52 years. People didn't live too long back then. J.R. Smith died 1896, 1855 to 96. That would be 41 years old. Nancy. All right. Let's see where this road brings us to. We got gravel now. I was trying to find if there was a river or a creek running down here. Sounded like water, but maybe it's just the wind blowing through the trees. What's that down there? Oh, there's the water right there. By golly. I found it. What this is. It looks like a pond, actually. Let me see something. Wow, check this out. Pond over there. The meadow. There's somebody's house right here. Whoever you are, you're lucky. Being out here in this beauty. It should be against the law to have this much beauty at one's house. Hoping I'd see some people out and asking about squatching, if there was any weird stuff happening, any Sasquatch activity, Bigfoot activity. It'd be nice if we just had one walk out in front of us one time. Need some nice clear footage of them that prove they exist. Check this stream out, man. Look at that. This is cool. Look at that. Look at this way. I could see a Sasquatch living around here for sure. Wow. This is cool. There's a house up there. This says hosted. Private property. You cannot go on there. That sucks. You enjoy the river. Look at this piece of land, man. This dude's got a good little look of change here. This is cool. Julio. There's somebody's farming something. Type of wheat or something. Probably for cattle. Trespassing. He probably owns the land on both sides of this. Jones Fork. Sunset, Bidwell, White Rock. I don't know. I think I'm just going to turn around. I'm just kind of cruising down this back road here. This is, again, it's Winslow, Arkansas. This is kind of a road. It's one of the offshoots off the highway. Highway 74. Just to show you how squatchy this is, I'm going to show you out the window here. Look at that. Look at that, how squatchy it looks. And the other side's the same kind of goes up a hill on that side. But you can see just how squatchy this looks. It's about 59 degrees. It's April 30th, 2026. Not sure where this road goes, but it just looked pretty cool. And the sign said this road is windy and steep for the next 15 miles. I'm not gonna go 15 miles. I'm just gonna cruise back up in here and see what it's like. And we're gonna find a place to squatch tonight. You can see that. Just how lush it is. Very squatchy area. All of Arkansas, well, most of Arkansas is like this. Just a really, really squatchy area. Maybe I'll look in there. Oh, we'll go down here. I wonder if there's some water down here. That'd be cool if I could find it, like a creek or a stream. I'll look in there, see if there's a crawdad or fish in there. Possible primate food or food for animals. We know there are rabbits and all kinds of deer and stuff here for sure. So, the rocks right there. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's a redbird. Cool. This is awesome. Tell you what. I wish I had some land here. Those people that can afford a second home and whatnot. There's a squirrel on a rock. Squirrel! Look at this stuff, man. Cool. You hear the birds singing. I'd sing too if I lived out here. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. And all we need is just one Bigfoot to step out. Just wave or something. Do some jumping jacks. Yeah. We'll just forward. Come on out now. Show yourself. Look, there's a deer right there. Yep, there's some squatch food. Alright, where are you at, Squatch? Squatchy. Just walk across the road. Okay, it got quiet here now. I don't hear any birds now. Some people say that when there are squatches around, you don't hear any noises in the forest. Oh, there's a bird. Yeah, I hear the birds again. Maybe they heard me coming and it scared them. Oh, here's a little Pence Reed Cemetery. Oh, should we check that out? Yes, we should. Some people say squatches hang out where there's cemeteries. Visitation only. There it is over there. We'll check it out. Oh, there's some big growth trees, man. huge trees. All right. All right. All right. Come on, Squatch, show yourself. I'll tell you what, it's nice out here. The cemetery. 1931, 2018. May they rest in peace. Little birdhouse right there. No. All right. Smell flowers. Smell like honeysuckles or something. Is that what those are? I don't know. Really squatchy out here. I think we can find some tracks. See that out there? Some kind of pond or something. I hear running water down here. It's peaceful out here. Wow, check this meadow out. Cattle. Awesome. Look at that water flowing. Another meadow. It's beautiful out here. This would be a great place to have a picnic. Water flowing in, a little waterfall right here. Awesome. That's the place where the cattle were. If I was a Sasquatch, I'd live out here. And a culvert runs through here, so the water goes that way. And that way. Oh, this is someone's barn out here. Be careful on that. Make anybody mad. Tree is passing. Oh, there's an electric fence there. I need to keep the cattle out of whatever's growing there. Kind of wheat or barley or something. Maybe it's cattle food. And this is awesome. Whoever owns this place has a nice chunk of land here. There's cattle again. There's a Sasquatch around. He probably lives somewhere around here. He'd show himself. Just peek out around a tree or something. Wave to us. I just know you exist. Oh, this is where they put their hay for the cattle. It's an old barn right there. All grown up. Gotta watch because there are chiggers, and this must be the cow trail right here. That's where you'd look for the Squatch prints. I don't think there are any. An old barn. Probably where they used to keep the tractor. Man, pretty cool, folks. A deer right there. What's up, Mr. Deers? What's up, deer? Well, walk away. Okay, we're about, let's see. We're about, so we're somewhere between Devil's Den Park and Winslow, Arkansas, on a windy road that goes uphill. We're kind of at the top of the hill, so I found a spot where there's looks like some telephone poles running through here where they cut away for those. So I'm gonna kind of scan around with the night vision. We might do some knocks and stuff like that too. So let's see what we can find. Yeah, these night vision goggles are pretty cool. I might do some FLIR too. Hook that up to my phone. It's really quiet out here. I thought I heard some clicking noises earlier over there. I was on the phone with Amy. Come on, big guy, where you at? Across the road there. I can hear some dogs. I wonder if there's a house nearby. That would suck. I like a fingerprint on the lens. Wish I could duplicate that clicking noise I heard. It's not clicking now. Those dogs are really close. I'm gonna do a whoop.
Whoop!
See any eye shine? Alright, we're gonna do some shining of the light. See if we see any eye shine out there. Come on, big fella, give us some eye shine. Where are you hiding at? You can see the moon coming up over here. Mooner, mooner. Give us some eye shine, buddy. Come on, just a little bit of eye shine. Nothing? You're just gonna hold out on us, huh? I think there's some houses nearby. Yeah, heard dogs earlier. Wonder if they heard me do my whoops and howls. Maybe they took the dogs in. Yeah. I'll give us some eye shine or something. Peek around the tree. Come on out, Sasquatch. Where are you hiding at? Yeah. And I don't know what that clicking noise was, but it was weird. And I would hear on the parabolic mic, basically in this direction here. There's where the power lines go through. It was over in this direction. And it sounded like it was probably maybe 100 yards away. I mean, I'm guessing basically. Like a clicking noise, and picked up on the parabolic mic, and then you could hear like something sneaking, trying to sneak through the woods, and kind of you'd hear like little limbs cracking, or something was stepping on. And I heard some over here too. Like something was trying to be sneaky and step slowly, but you could hear the branches break, or the little twigs break. And something over here also. I don't know what the heck it was. Anyway, I think I'm going to get out of here for now. This light is bright, man. Kind of blinded me a little bit. I wonder if there's a house over there, man. I might be too close to civilization. I can hear highway traffic over there. I didn't have a computer with me, so I couldn't use like Google Earth to find the optimal place. So I'm kind of winging it right now. And I'll look on Google Earth later and see where I'm at. Try to duplicate that clicking sound I heard. I wonder if those are dogs or coyotes. Come on, Squatch. Show yourself. Just be yourself, buddy. Come on out. Come on, May. Around there. Yeah, we might not be far enough out in the woods. this way. I'm gonna try to do a howl. See how good I can do it. Thought I heard a tree knock that way. Something's moving out there. Clicking noise. There's some movement. Something is out there. snap out here. Does that click again? There's definitely something out there, but I don't know what it is. I'll try to flare my cell phone. Trying to flare on. Come on. much better flare. Just kind of sucks. So much. Big guy. That's that cutaway where the power lines go through. Alright, I'm going to try the FLIR one more time. We move the spot. It's not looking too good, but I did hear some twigs breaking out there. But I don't know, it could have been deer. And the raccoon. There was some clicking noises. I'm going to put that up and let you guys decide what that is, because I don't know what the heck it was. Kind of clicking noises. Pretty weird. I'm going to get a better FLIR for sure. This one kind of sucks a bunch. Well, the moon's starting to come up. You see it? There. Yeah. This FLIR is not very good at all. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway. There's something over there making clicking noises in that area there. Wow. Come on, big guy, show yourself. Give us a smile. Oh, buddy, where are you hiding? Don't be shy. I don't bite. I hope you don't bite. Come on, where are you at? I don't know, man. It's bad boy again. I don't know, I heard stuff breaking out there, man. Those clicking noises are weird, though, man. What was that? That's strange. That's highway noise. squatching place here in Arkansas. I'm gonna go towards that little town called Winslow, Arkansas. This interesting road here. I think there might have been some kind of houses way up in here. This is back in the woods though, man. I heard some dogs barking, so. But, you know, sometimes that attracts Bigfoots because people have said that there's a driveway here, there's a freaking house right there. Well, doggone. They might report, yeah, I heard some whoops last night. Crap, that was about less than a quarter mile away from where I was at. I didn't realize that there's another house. But, you know, people report that their dog's bowls, you know, they put their dog's bowl on their porch and it's gone the next day. You know, the food that was in is gone. Dang it, I didn't know I was that close to. I did hear some weird stuff though. I mean, I'm sure that people that live there were not out in the woods screwing around because those are some really dense woods. And you'd have to have like large kahunas to be out there in the woods screwing around, especially at nighttime. So I'm 100% sure there were no humans out there, but I heard like sticks breaking, and I'll play it on the parabolic mic so you can hear it. There was some clicking noise, and it almost sounded kind of like a locust, but it was like a. And I'll play it for you so you can judge and tell me what it was, because I heard some Bigfoot enthusiasts say that they make noises with their mouth, but I'm not saying it was or wasn't Bigfoot. I'm just saying just a weird noise I've never heard before, especially at nighttime, because I think there's a raccoon, Coonius. But I don't know that locusts make noise at night, you know, or maybe with some other bug, I don't know. It's weird. It's pretty loud for a bug to be making that noise, but I thought I'd film this just in case we get a squatch jumping out in the road. That would be awesome. Be totally awesome. I don't know that there's another place I can go. It's like, you know, you try to plan these things out, but unless you know the area, it's not really easy to find a place that's totally secluded. Maybe some other time I'll come back, but probably going to be quite a while. It was nice to be in Arkansas for sure, though, because it's a beautiful place. I mean, it's like Missouri and Tennessee. It's pretty much huge, vast wooded areas, waterways going through them, beautiful areas. So I highly recommend it. If nothing else, you come here to relax, you know. You find one of the bigger lakes. There's really good fishing. Got Lake Ouachita. There's another lake in the northern part of Arkansas that's big. I forget the name of it, but I'm sure it's got good fishing also. But let's see if we can't get a Bigfoot to run out in front of us. Another house. So, how much further it is up here to Winslow, Arkansas. I was there earlier today. A different route though. Cute little town though. Good buildings. these corners will sneak up on you. Another house off to the left. So yeah, this might not have been the best place to squatch, but you know, I heard something. I don't know what it was. They don't totally stay away from people. I mean, they know how to hide almost in plain sight, you know, in the woods. Anyway. See one just one time. I think I'm gonna sign off because my arm's getting tired of holding this phone. Alright, see you on the next one.